The approvals are done well. The person is supposed to construct a 5-story building, but along the way, the person becomes greedy and decides it's going to be not going to be 5 floors, it's going to be 8 floors, which now compromises the foundation of the building, which they say, in as much as they try to audit these buildings, it's becoming a challenge as well.
You see, honestly, we are a country that is work in progress. We are a developing country. We have bad eggs amongst us. That's no question. Be it consultants, developer, contractors. We have to admit you have bad eggs amongst us. You see, when on that admission, and I'll tell you, the law requires that before a slab is cast, there's regular supervision of any building by the county inspectorates. Any building. In fact, before a slab is cast, they should inspect. So when someone adds additional floor, and I will get that excuse on NCA that probably cannot arrest, the county has powers to arrest you and take you to court. So when someone adds 2 additional floors, unnoticed, it shows some lacuna that there's a gap in the way inspectors are doing the building. Either they're made to look away, or there is inadequate building inspectors. That is the debate we have to have. Do we need to reinforce counties, inspectorates, and all those things? That's what we need to have. But corruption is playing a big role here, and in the midst of the greed of developers and the ethics deficit in consultants, we are bound to have these shortcuts in the construction sector. But the regulator, the person who is supposed to enforce, must ensure these people don't have their way. That is what we require as a people. Otherwise, we are asking all of us to supervise buildings. We can't do it.
It's true, we cannot. Another challenge has been building owners have a tendency of engaging professionals right from the beginning, but along the way, or along maybe after 2-3 floors, everything else now they just rely on maybe their foreman or the quacks, as the NCA talks about, which also compromises the structural building.
It does, it does. And you see, I personally called for, we need to criminalize the sale of professional licenses, because what happens is this. When you want to build, you will get the diploma guy, the unqualified quack to do the designs, then you'll come to Nation, because the law requires you to have a licensed architect to get approvals. You'll pay Nation 5,000 to get his license, then go approve and then proceed with the quack. So those are things we need to do. We need to criminalize some of these acts. Like, you cannot sell your license to a crook developer to go build your license, and then you don't supervise. Those are the things we need to do, because consultants also have to blame here. And here I will blame the regulators of consultants, Engineers Board of Kenya, Board of Registration of Architects and Quantity Surveyors. We need to see more action from them. That when a building has gone down, who license was used to approve? Because usually some of them have approvals. Did they supervise? Usually, if you go in town, it's a big business. There are consultants who simply sell their licenses at a small fee, and they stamp drawings for you, you go and get approval. That is what we need to deal with at first, and make it a criminal offense, because you're killing innocent Kenyans with your sale of licenses. That's how they get emboldened to use quacks, and yet behind them there's a name on the board of person who never went to site 1 year down the line.